gentlemen, hello and welcome back to my FM20 save with Rapid Bucuresti, episode number 12 already. I'm here at the page of Tassiano Michael. He's 18 years old, a Brazilian. As you may remember, I left you guys in late November, I think, and we're now in January. So the entirety of the transfer window has passed, or well, not entirely, because I think the transfer window goes on beyond January even. But this is one of the new players that we got in. Tassiano Michael, 18-year-old Brazilian midfielder. We got him on a free because we don't have any money, so everybody that you're going to see is on a free. So yeah, I think he looks pretty good. I think he has a few positive attributes and also a lot of potential. So I'm really happy with this guy. Of course, he's gonna have to be registered as a foreign player, but that's just the way it is gonna be right now. We can't do anything about that, and also we're gonna have to wait with registering new players until next season because, well, we don't have any homegrown players at the club, so we can only register 23 players instead of 25. But still, very good for the future. I'm really excited about this guy. So let's move on to the next one. I think there are 3 in total. This is the only one that's come in now. The other 2 are gonna come in at the end of the season. So let me show you guys the other one. So this is the first one. Quiel, I think. 18 years old, Brazilian midfielder. Sounds familiar. He's a little bit better already than Michael. 20 determination as well. 16 flair. I mean, this guy is gonna be so good for us. So I can't wait until the end of the season. He's gonna come in, I think, yeah, the 8th of June. So that's gonna be a while from now, but he's gonna be great for us, I hope. I'm gonna be looking to sell some players on at the end of this year to make our team younger and better, of course. So yeah, this is the second guy. I mean, I don't know what to say about him. He just looks great in pretty much every aspect that he needs to be. And he's only 18 years old as well. So let's move on to the last guy. So this is the last one, Doru Popadiuk. He is Romanian, so I love that, to have Romanian players. 25 years old, so he's not too old, but he's not too young either, so he's got a little bit of experience. But he does have a lot of years in front of him. He is a left winger, but he can also play a right wing. I felt like we needed a few extra wingers, seeing how when we get injuries or suspensions, we do not have a reliable backup. So here is Doru Popadiuk. He comes from Politehnica, who you may remember from last season. They're in the second league. So yeah, this is him. I mean, I think he looks great. I think he's going to be very good for us as a backup, mostly. Depends on who we're going to sell and who we're going to keep, of course. But I think he's going to be very good for us. So yeah, that were the 3 guys that are going to join us either now or at the end of the season. You might see that our payroll speaking is hard. You might see that our payroll budget isn't looking too great, but that's just gonna be how it is for now. We're just gonna have to wait until the end of the season to get more payroll budget and maybe more transfer budget, but I'm not expecting too much. So let's show you guys the games that you've missed. So the last time I met you guys, it was at the game against FCSB. The game after that, I don't really want to talk about it too long. We lost 2-0 against Viitorul. I mean, we were in a pretty bad run of form, and it showed. I mean, 2-0 loss to the team that we beat earlier in the season. We also had a goal disallowed just before their second goal as well. So very disappointing. So as I said, I really just want to move on from this match and forget about it. But then looking at the next match, that isn't much better either. I mean, a 0-0 draw against CFR Cluj. Last season I would have been happy with it actually, but this season, I mean, being in the league where we were, I didn't want to drop any points. You know, I just want to form a real threat to the championship, to the league leaders, and losing points left, right, and center, that's just not gonna happen. And yeah, we kept losing points, so really disappointing 0-0 draw. Yeah, not a lot to tell you guys about this match. So again, let's just move on to the next one. So the next match is the first match that we won in between. Hilisai had the ball and gave it to Kastop, and he scored. 37th minute, I was afraid it was going to be offside by Labo, but thankfully it wasn't. We did need 6 yellow cards for some reason, and Yorza became injured, because why not? But we did get the 3 points, which is of course the most important thing. So happy about that, but the performance was still not something to be happy about. But again, 3 points is the most important thing. So let's move on to the next one. And the next one is against Astra Giurgiu. I mean, we've played these guys so much this season about now. It looked like we were going to lose again in the 79th minute. They scored the 1-0. But luckily, luckily in the 89th minute we scored the 1-1 after a huge mistake by their defense and a great finish by Hilisai. We also had 2 goals disallowed this game, so we actually could have won 3-1. So really frustrating. I mean, if you play FM, you can imagine what I was sitting here like. I mean, I wasn't very calm anymore. I could say that. Yeah, very frustrating to say the least, to have 2 goals disallowed and then not get the win in the end. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about this run of games. I kind of expected it, because I didn't expect us to be in the position where we were in the first place, but still to be first and second in the league and then drop off like this, it's really disappointing. And then the last game that you guys missed against FC Voluntari, we beat them 1-0. That's all I can say about it. Labo scored the goal in the 24th minute. The performance was still bad. So we are gonna have to turn this around. Luckily this was the 16th of December and the first match is now on the 31st of January. So we had a lot of friendly matches to get back into our good form. I hope it worked. As you can see here are the friendlies we played. We won. We did lose a single game, so that's positive. We won the most of them. So yeah, that's the story where we are today. We are third. Stoya overtook us, sadly, because that's exactly the team I did not want to be above us. We're 4 points behind them, but we do have a game in hand, and we are 18 points behind Craiova. They are running away with it. I have no idea how they got so good. I mean, here 6 years ago they finished 12th in the second division, and they haven't finished lower than 8th in the top league ever since. And last year they won it, and I can remember being so surprised that they won the league, but now I can see why, because they are absolutely dominating this league. I have completely forgotten the prospect of us being champions. I've left that behind. I'm not going for a championship anymore. As you can see, we cannot finish in the first place anymore already. I'm going for second place. I really do want that, and I really do think that we can get that as well. So we're going to try to, today against Sepsi, to come into only 1 point behind Stoya and get a good chance of overtaking them later in the season. Still, our preview was 11th. We're in third. I mean, I can't complain, you know. We're in third and we're expected to finish 11th. But the thing is, when you compare it to the beginning of the season, we were just playing so well, and to drop off is just so disappointing, because if we only won 2 of those draws or 2 of those losses, we would be in second still, and that's just really disappointing. As you can see, again, we have to finish at least 4th to qualify for Europe. I don't really care which European competition we'll end up in. I just want to play in Europe. At the beginning of the season, I would not have expected it at all, but being where we are right now, I really do expect it, and I don't expect us to drop off even further. Even though we are already in third, I don't expect us to drop off to even 5th. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. We have, let me see, 26 games and 10 games, 36 games. We have 15 games left, so I think we can still finish first. But before the split, we can't overtake them anymore. So just gonna have to try to stay above the drop. So I think that's above 6th place, if I remember correctly. It is. So we are, let me see, we are 9 points above the drop, above the split, so to say, and we have 5 games left. So if we win this, we have 4 games left and 12 points in front, so that should do it. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I hope we can keep up. I hope we can hold on to this spot. And well, as I said, I hope we can overtake Stoya again. So let's get into the game. I'm kind of nervous about it because, well, you saw the previous results. We weren't playing very well at any of the games that we played, except for the friendlies, but the friendlies don't matter at all. It's good to build up fitness and build form, but of course you don't get league points for it, obviously. So this is gonna be the team for today. We're getting luckily the good thing about having a 3-month break is that almost every single one of our injuries have returned to fitness, except for, well, no, everyone has. I think everyone has. I don't know why they didn't put Voichu in. Well, yours are suspended, but I can live with that. And Takikenu is still injured, but that's not a first team player. He was a backup as well. So this is going to be the team. This is the full strength team for a long time. It's been a while. It's been a very long while since we've used this. So Labrovic in goal, Voichu right back, Malo and Tano at centre back, Brikayak at left back, Piris and Kasap in the middle, attacking midfield of Safer, Alami and Hidishtai, and the striker, Brighton Labo. As you could expect, he's not the top scorer anymore. It's only 2 goals behind the top scorer, but still, when you've had a run of games like this, look at this, 3, 6, 9 games and only 3 goals. So yeah, you can't expect that he's top scorer anymore, and he isn't. So he's gonna have to try his hardest to overtake the first spot again. So let's get into the game. A few players are lacking in match sharpness, and Voichu has dropped off a lot, I see, because he's already 36 years old, you know, but I really do want to use him today because he is our captain and he's been rock solid for us, and his replacements at right back have just not. They have disappointed, every single one of them. It's kind of unfair because all of our replacements for right back are very young, so I don't expect them to have the same experience that Voichu has, but it's just very disappointing to see that we do not have a reliable, good backup for right back position. So that's something that we're going to have to look at for next season. But obviously, it's going to be have to player that we can get out of free because we don't have any money. But that's going to be a problem, not for now, for in a few months, because for now we can't register any new players anyway. So let's get into the game. We gave the guys a pep talk, and let's get into it. And we immediately get a chance 50 seconds in, but we screw it up, and Sepsi can counter maybe here. Stefan has the ball, gives it back to Pulu, long ball forward, but we intercept it, but we head it back to their players, to Varga, and a lot of space here for Karnat. Goes 1-on-1 with our keeper, and it's 1-0. So yeah, great start. I'm really glad I'm showing you guys this game. 1 minute 10 seconds in, and we're already trailing 1-0. I don't know what to do. We were playing so well in the beginning of the season, and we dropped off so far. I mean, as I've said, we were predicted to finish 11th, so I can't expect us to keep this up, but still, when you start the season so well, and you're in first place and second place, I mean, we're still in danger to not finish above the split, to finish in the lower half of the league, and that would be just really disappointing, because I really do want to finish high up, but we are going to have to win this game, if we want to. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we lose this, but it's against a winnable opponent, and we have a lot of difficult games to go. Labo here with a chance, but a very bad shot, right into the hands of the keeper. And it's already almost half time, and they can even make it 2-0, and they do. I'm speechless. I really don't want to stay silent for too long because I know that's very boring for you guys, but I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going on with our team. They're in good morale, so that's not it. And yeah, I just don't know what to change right now to bring our guys back to top form. As you can see, the friendlies were great. We're going great. We didn't lose a single one. We almost won everything. But then the first competitive match back, and this happens. I mean, it's against Sepsi, it's not even against Craiova or Stoya. Labo here has the ball, back to Hilistai, and he misses it. It's not that we're not doing anything, but it's just not enough, you know? I mean, we're trailing 2-0. We did have a few chances, but it's not good enough. I think we didn't have a clear-cut chance. It didn't look like it, at least. We do have more possession, we do have more passes completed, but we're just not finishing it. We're gonna have to be more clinical. We've had 5 shots, but not a single goal. They've had 6 shots and they've had 2 goals. Piri's here with the ball on the right side of the field. Voichu to Alami in the middle. Can someone come up with a cross? Maybe, please, he can, but it's a bad one and they can get rid of it, but they don't, and Kassab shoots it just wide of the post. I mean, it looks like a positive start of the second half, but again, the shot wasn't even on target. Again, we're gonna have to play more attacking, I think, because it doesn't look like we're gonna do anything if it stays like this. So only 20 minutes left and injury time, of course. I'm gonna have to make a substitution. I'm gonna take off Sefer for, let's take him off for Kretu, and Voichu for Zemiarski. We didn't put a right back on the bench, but Zemiarski is a left back, so I have full confidence in him that he can do the job good enough. So let's see what these guys can do. Immediately a highlight in the 75th minute. We're gonna score this. We might have a chance to draw this game, but we are gonna have to score this, and we give the ball away, and they might score the 3-0 here. Maybe a little bit early to say, but they do have the ball, and we don't. And they have a lot of space as well, and a lot of time. We're not taking them on, and they hit the bar as well. I mean, again, I don't know what's happening to our team. We're playing intensely pressing, so we're pressing very highly, but we're just not doing anything with it. We're not taking the ball, we're not doing anything when we do have the ball. Maybe here, throw in from Brikeag. He can come up with a cross, but it's a bad one again. Kassa picks it up though. Piris maybe back to the left side. He gives it to Brikeag. Can he come up with another cross? He can. Labo 2-1. And this is the time where we're going to have to prove ourselves that we are ready to challenge for those top spots. Not maybe champions, but maybe second place, maybe even to keep third place. And we're going to have to prove ourselves by not losing this game, almost conceding again, but maybe countering. Alami has the ball. Can he give it to Labo? He doesn't. He tries to go for it alone, but he disappoints. And then only injury time is left. Nothing's gonna happen. Nope. Full time. Very disappointing to lose the match here. Very disappointing to say the least. We are still in third spot. We are 2 points above fourth, and we are 4 points above fifth. So we're 4 points above the European spots. So that's not a very big margin anymore. It was much bigger earlier in the season. So yeah. That's going to be the match for today. Obviously, the match I'm going to meet you guys for is against Arad, because that's the last game before the split. Except for if we can't move any positions anymore, then I'm just going to look for a fun game after the split in hopefully the championship group. But expect that it's going to be Arad, because I don't expect us to be safe for anything actually. So I think it's going to be against Arad. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. If you want to see more of this, more of me, more of my channel, please subscribe. Really helps me out and means a lot to me. There's a link to my Twitter in the description as well. I always tweet out when I upload, so follow me on there as well and you won't miss a thing. There's also, for the Dutch viewers out there, there's a link to my Dutch channel in the description, so check that out if you're interested. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.